Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to today's video. I hope you're doing very well. So today, on a very humid day, I'm going to be putting on like a full face of makeup, essentially a couple of new products, and when I say new, they're going to be new to me. So they are products that have been out for quite a while, but I went to a beauty outlet today. So if you don't know what that is, it's basically a shop. I think there's a couple around the UK. There's one, well, the ones that I know of, there's one at the O2, which is like the Millennium Dome. That's like a throwback. And then there's one in Wembley, and then there's a couple more around the UK, like I mentioned. And essentially, they sell makeup that is like super cheap. But when I say like super cheap, I mean like at a kind of big like discount as well. So they sell products. They sell like Stila, and they sell W7, they sell Maybelline. They even have like Anastasia Beverly Hills. And back in the day, I was really kind of a bit like, is this stuff real? Like, is this like, it's not counterfeit or anything? But I would kind of assume shops like that, they would, find out if they were fake or if they were real. But I went to one today and I picked up quite a few products. Not essentially a full face, but quite a few products that I've wanted to try for a while. But then I also have a couple of products that I have purchased maybe a month ago and I haven't had a chance to use them yet. So I'm going to do that all today, and it is essentially like a full face, but with each product I'll tell you how I got it, etc. So for a primer, and something very different that I've never tried before, and it's an Essence Glow Like a Pro mattifying cranberry primer. Now I got this part of a set from Feel Unique, so I got it in like this little pouch with two other products which I'll be using later on. But I've never tried a setting like a primer that's a spray, and especially like a cranberry one, so I'm really intrigued to see how this works. So let's give it a spritz to see how it works. Smells quite refreshing. With Essence, I really like their products, so I'm gonna give this a go. So pray for me. All right. So while I let that settle in, the smell of cranberries, not as much that I can smell, but it's probably quite subtle. And most of this is written in French, so let's see if I can. So it says, this mattifying cranberry scented primer prepares the skin for a super makeup and provides a pleasant, caring, fresh feeling. I don't know if most of that sentence made sense, but I'm going to wait for it to just kind of settle in to my skin and show you what foundation I'll be using. So like I said, at the outlet, they sell quite a variety of products, and I found one of my favorite foundations ever, and this is not available anymore, so I've kind of felt a bit weird buying it because I don't know how long it's been on their shelves for. But as soon as I saw it, I was super happy. And this was like $5.99. So I know normally in Superdrug you probably would have got this for maybe like £10, or even maybe a little bit more than that, considering it's a Rimmel foundation. But I got the shade True Ivory, which is 103. So I'm going to give this a go today with my sponge because I haven't used a sponge for a while. So let's do a bit of a throwback. Yeah, one thing I like about this foundation is that it does not smell as much as like paint as like most foundations do. And good news, guys, I now have a mirror. So why I'm looking this way is because I have a mirror. I'm so happy. I'm so proud of myself for doing an adult thing by buying a mirror. So let's just get everything in. And like I said, I haven't used a sponge in a while, but I do wanted to kind of like change things up a bit and see if it makes a difference, like when I use like my sponge when it's on this primer, because obviously I've not tried this primer before, but I like this foundation. I'm gonna have to put on like another layer because my skin is bad. Like here, this is a catastrophe today because I don't know what is wrong with my skin right now. Like I know what's wrong with it generally, but this thing, this alien on the top of my head is it's not leaving, and I'm annoyed because I think it's the heat as well. Like if you live in London, you know what the heat is like right now, because it's bad. It's really like just horrible, and I can't wait for it to rain, because it's going to rain next week, and that is good for me because rain is great. I really it sounds so sad, but I'm really excited to see what the rain is like in my new flat, like when I look outside, because I'm looking on, our flat is aimed towards like a main road, so when it starts raining, I'll be very excited to see the effects of it. I know that sounds so strange, but I'm stranger than usual. Right, so I mean the foundation is, I mean, it feels like I've barely got anything. It looks like I've barely got anything on, but it has done like a bit of coverage. And like I said, I've used this foundation so many times that it's just one that I love. But I'm going to go in with my Revolution Conceal and Define concealer, because I want to pretend that doesn't exist, even though you can just feel it. It's just horrible. And I have all these blemishes everywhere, but we're not going to cover up everything because that would take paint. That would take up a lot for me to cover up what I have. But let's just tap this on. And one thing I found really intriguing about when I went to the beauty outlet is that I spent ages in there. I think I spent about 45 minutes just walking around, and it's not even like it's not even like a large store as well. It's just like there's just a lot of stuff, and I think they have stuff from a really long time ago. Like they still have products from Model's Own, and I remember when I think Model's Own was kind of closing, I had kind of like discovered a beauty outlet, and I was like, oh, they have a lot of the stuff here. But I think Model's Own has been closed for like maybe 2 years now, I think, maybe longer, I'm not sure. But yeah, it's an interesting shop. Like you should definitely check it out. Like if you're near the O2, or if you're near Wembley, or even just like check their website, because I believe they do deliver to your home as well, and you save quite a lot of money. I was just setting everything down with my setting powder. Now I'm going to go on to a blush, because I haven't got a new blush. So again, I'm using Essence. I'm using quite a lot of Essence products today. This is just a product that I use in like my last video, because it was in my little travel box that I kind of, you know, take to my filming desk, and it was just there, and I was like, I'll just use this today. But when it comes to highlighters, I have 2 new highlighters that I want to choose. So I'm going to do one on each side. So the first one that I got from the beauty outlet was the Master Chrome highlighter in the shade Molten Rose Gold. And I have seen this in like Superdrug and everywhere, and I've really wanted to try them. But let me see how much it was. So yeah, I got this for £2.99 in the beauty outlet, and I believe normally this one is normally like £6. It's not the biggest of discounts, but it's still quite a big discount when you think about it. So I'm just going to quickly do a little swatch and see what it looks like. Very nice, and I have seen that these highlighters are really gorgeous, so I'm very excited to try. So let's just swirl around. I don't know if this might be quite dark for me, but oh, that's very nice. They had this one, and they had one other shade, but I think that might have been a bit darker for me essentially. See what it looks like in the mirror. Yeah, that's super nice. I like that. It's very nice and glowy. Not that the lighting here is very good, but it's fine. And then the other highlighter I had was part of the Glow Like a Pro set from Essence, and this is a powder highlighter, and I've never tried powder highlighters before, so I'm very intrigued. I am going to use the same brush because I don't really have any other brushes that would really be a highlighter brush. I know that probably defeats the purpose of me testing out a new product, but we're just gonna have to like go with it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to tap some into the lid, because just want to see what it looks like. Let's swatch some of it first. And when it comes to this set as well, I know that there were 2 different there were 2 different, that's blinding, there were two different shade, like two different sets. I don't even know what I'm saying. Two different sets because the highlighters were different shades. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to swirl this around. It's a bit strange because it's like chunks. Ooh. Okay, yeah. But sorry, yeah, what I was saying is that the one I got is the shade. Let's go back to this. I believe it's called like champagne something. I don't know. Golden Trigger. Sorry, Gold Trigger. Yes, that's the name of what the highlight is called. And I know that there's another one as well, which I believe is for like a darker tone. Which one I prefer? I mean, I can't really tell much difference, to be honest, but when I swatch them, I think, because this one's more of a pinky toned and this one is more of a gold tone, hence the name, hence both the names, to be honest. But I think I prefer the gold one a bit more. I just wish you could see it a bit more on my skin, but that's fine. We'll test it out in another future video to see how it goes. And next we're going to go on to the eyes. So I'm finally trying a W7 palette, and I got this at the beauty outlet as well, and they have a lot of W7 products, and I've never tried W7 because I always felt like it wasn't like a real brand, you know, like the fake ones that you get kind of down the high street that are really cheap. And as well as this being quite cheap, it actually looks quite nice. So this is the Life's a Peach palette, and this was £3, but this was on sale. So most of their palettes there were around £7 and £5, and I just wanted to get something quite just like cheap and cheerful, so I thought I'd go for this one. And it's quite a nice just neutral kind of tones, to be honest. So you've got a couple of purples and you've got some neutrals and peach tones, and it comes with a brush, which I will probably use because I don't mind brushes like these, even though that's really dense and that's quite fluffy. So let's just try this one out. It comes with a mirror, so it's a positive. Yeah, let's go in first with Golden Nectar. So that is this one just here, and let's see how this looks. All right, that's not too bad for like just one swipe. Yeah, I never know why I've never tried W7. It's weird because I see it so much in TK Maxx as well, and it's always like on sale, on like a discount, and I've always been like, oh no, it's like old and doesn't look right, because their packaging is not the most appealing. But you know, when they say don't judge a book by its cover, don't judge a palette by its, you know, packaging essentially. But I tend to do that, and I've never seen a lot of reviews on W7 makeup. I think one of my favorite YouTubers, like Steph Toms, she does quite a few reviews. She's done a few reviews on W7, and I guess if someone who's, you know, living is to test out makeup, tested it and said it's quite good, I think, you know, it's a bit more influential towards me to kind of test it out. So far this is fine, you know. It's not really patchy, it's just a nice kind of neutral shade. Let's go in next with Pure Pleasure, which is like a pinky, I guess it is. Let's go in with the same brush, and we're just gonna tap off the excess again and just a bit more into the socket. Okay. I can feel my face like sweating already. Not that I'm going to be keeping this makeup on for very long, but this heat is, oh, I was saying it in my video yesterday where sometimes I feel like I don't even, not that I don't wear makeup on a regular basis anyway, but just wearing it is just a chore because it just melts off my face so badly. Just mostly like around my lip and my nose. Everywhere else is fine. I think it's just the pores in my nose that just make it worse. So that's the peach shade, that's the Pure Pleasure. I'm going to go into the corner with a bit of a darker shade. Might go in with, let's see. So you've got Sweet Stalk and Pit Stop, which are the two corner ones. Let's try Pit Stop. I might regret it because I don't know what the shade is. I could just swatch it, but I cannot be bothered. I think it's like a dark brown, so let's just darken up the corner. Add a bit more because not a lot. Oh, not a lot really came off. I mean, so far this for £3, this palette is not too bad. All right, let's blend it in. The brush itself is not that amazing, but it's all right. It's all right. Okay, and I'm just gonna again blend it in, and then I'm gonna get a shimmer. So what one should we go for? Does it even have any shimmers? I think it has one shimmer. I think I'm just gonna swatch and see, because there's one called Nice Fruity, but I don't think that's a shimmer. No. Okay, this palette does not have any shimmers, so I'm going to just get that Nice Fruity and just put it in the middle to kind of blend out a little bit, which is like a bit of a darker shade to kind of finish it off. That's strange. I should have checked beforehand because I like having shimmers in a palette, but that was my own fault. Okay, I'm not putting like too much because it's a nice, just nice. Okay, let's do something at the bottom. It's quite a nice palette. I mean, apart from there being no shimmers, I don't really have any big problems. Oh my god, that's how much I'm sweating. Like my window is closed because it's so noisy, but I will be opening it as soon as the video is done, so I won't have to sweat so much. But so far the palette is okay. It's not terrible, but I'm just going to blend out the sides so it's much neater. It's a little bit better. Yeah, that's quite cute. And then lastly we're going to go with the lips, and I got 3 different lip products because essentially they were like £1 each. So I got one from Model Zone, and this is called Candy Cane. I got another Model Zone, I think it's like more of a lip stain than anything else. This is a purple shade in the shade Voodoo. And then this product from Rimmel that I've wanted to try, Revlon, that I've wanted to try for ages. This is the shade No Lava. I know that, let me just, because I've got my receipt. So I know that the Model's Own lipstick this was £1, this is £1.99, and this was £3.99. So when you think of it in that perspective, I'm pretty sure this Rimmel product is at least £8-9 by itself. So I'm going to give this a go because it's a nice red, and then the others I'll try in the future videos. So yeah, let's get this on. All right. It's just nice and creamy. Yeah. Okay. That's perfect. It's not too out there, I guess, but then when it comes to like these kind of lipsticks, as soon as you drink something, it will come off. And then lastly, I'm gonna try this setting spray. I think this has got glitter inside, as you can kind of see, and you can hear ambulance going past because that is just my life now and I'm living in this place. But yeah, let's give this a go. It's like an illuminizing fixing spray. I might regret it because I hate putting like glitter spray on my face. Let's just see how that looks. Smells so okay, let's get this on. All right. That weird little thing with my face. Let's see if it's added a lot of illuminating to it. I mean, all I can see is just sweat. That sounds so horrible, sorry. But yeah, that's it really. This is my finished look. I'll be doing some close-up pictures on my Instagram, so make sure you follow me on Instagram as well, because you'll be able to see a better closer look of me not sweating. and me not looking like rubbish. But yes, thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, because I upload every time I get a chance to film something, and I'll see you very soon. Bye guys.